These are the bronze final matches between Corwin of Amber, commanding Parthia, and the Armenian king commanding Getae in the Flash New Year's random tournament, where the players don't pick their own factions. The factions are picked by a random number generator. Armenian king got Getae, and Corwin of Amber got Parthia. So both players got a decent faction in this matchup. The Getae can match very well up to Parthia, but on Nemetocenna might be hard. So we have a front line of 4 armored spears for the Armenian king, noble sword general, 4 spear horse, 2 Dacian heavy bows, mercenary axe warriors, and 3 bow horse. This is very similar to the build that I brought against Achilles when he was Armenia, and it's a very sensible build that can counter most of what Parthia can bring. It can decisively defeat the Parthian sword line, it can skirmish a bit, it can stop cavalry charges, it can take out skirmishers with a lot of cavalry. For Parthia we have Parthian horse, Median cavalry. Ooh, bow horse took a lot of damage there. Eastern spears, noble horse archers, 6 Parthian swords, 2 Persian hoplites, camel cataphracts, Median cavalry, Eastern cataphracts, and the same setup on the other side, Eastern cataphracts. So far the Parthian horse are doing well. Now they are taking a whole lot of damage because they're up 3 against 1, so this unit of Parthian horse is wasted, absolutely wasted. Yes, the bow horse are going to take damage, but 3 against 1 like this, yeah, it's just a massacre of the Parthian horse. And if you think cavalry morale works, have a look at this. I'll just pause it now. This unit has 12 men remaining in the unit, and the unit is steady. Just consider that. 12 men left in the unit, and it's still steady. Cavalry morale is bugged. I made a video about it. It's completely bugged because this unit only has, well, no, there are no men left in the unit. But yeah, a unit that has like 30 morale survives and has 12 men remaining. Should never really happen, but it does happen because of a bug in the way cavalry morale is calculated. Median cavalry shielding noble horse archers. They don't really need to though. Noble horse archers can hold their own for a while against even 3 bow horse, as long as the bow horse don't use heavy shot, but now they use heavy shot, so that's going to be a bad time for the noble horse archers. Thus far, Getae getting the better of the skirmish engagements. This Median cavalry is destroyed, so one by one the Parthian cavalry units are being picked off the field by these bow horse. And this is what's so great about Getae. Getae can match Parthia for skirmishing almost, while having better infantry. Need to be a bit careful with the armored spears here, because he does not want to waste the armored spears up against their Parthian swords. Spear horse moving up, while the Dacian heavy bows are pouring fire into the Eastern cataphracts. Here comes a very nice combined charge from Armenian king, sending in the mercenary axe warriors and the mercenary axe warriors against the Parthian swords, pulling away the spears. Nicely done there. He's going to kill a lot of Parthian swords on the charge. Normally, axe warriors are not a good it's not smart to match axe warriors up against the sword units, but Parthian swords only have 55 health. They have terrible health. So a mixed assault like this against, very smartly done here, using the armored spears to just block the Persian hoplites. Look at how quickly the Parthian swords are going to lose here, because they are matched up both against the noble swords and against the axe warriors, so very nicely done there. Bow horse still being a nuisance on the flanks. Looks like the cataphracts are going to be able to start routing the Dacian heavy bowmen. These are camel cataphracts. They are even slower than the normal cataphracts. Still very good units, managing to hit the mercenary axe warriors in the rear, but they might get sort of surrounded here by spear horse, and this is bad for the camel cataphracts. They're going to start losing men. They're attacked in the rear. So in the center, no surprises there. Getae is winning the center. And that means that all of these units are going to be attacked in the rear by noble swords momentarily. The entire Parthian infantry line is going to rout. There are still cavalry units left on the field for Getae. Even the bow horse are still alive. Camel cataphracts getting destroyed here. Although they did get some nice kills, they're up against armored spears now, and Parthia did not have a response to what Armenian king could do here with Getae. Good engagements, and the Parthian build was sort of a mixed bag between a bit of skirmishing and a bit of swords and a bit of this and a bit of that, and as Parthia I don't think you can really do that. It's going for a balanced Parthian build sort of short changes you on the strengths of Parthia, which is always going to be cavalry. So 3 cataphracts and I'm like 6 swords. Well, sure, but it's not even pure rushing. Like maybe something that can be fun to try is only cataphracts and swords. That can be fun. That can be a sledgehammer. But this sort of balance build is going to have massive problems up against the Getae. And maybe the thought process was, well, the Getae can bring bow horse, so I'm not going to go heavy on the horse skirmishers. Getae is probably going to go spear and skirmish, which is a reasonable assumption coming up against Parthia. But the problem is that the Getae can bring so many of these armored spears that have cavalry counter tactics, very good skirmishers, although they didn't do much in this battle. And then the noble swords and the axe warriors, massive problem for Parthia. So Armenian king finally with some luck in his faction picks, and Corwin of Amber, I wouldn't say he was decidedly unlucky, but maybe a bit unlucky in the build and what it would have been able to do against the Getae, because Parthian swords just folded like very quickly. And unsupported, the cataphracts weren't able to do very well either, so let's see what happens in game 2. Strength and honor, and this is a best of 3, so let's see how many games we get. Strength and honor.